Dylan Hager out there as well in the black number 46, and then the final car in the lineup is that number 13 machine coming out of Bakersfield. Cody Miller, he's the leader, and number 2 is the 2X of Hollywood. Kyle Hood is the leader in the turn number 3. But hard on the gas, right on the backside of him. Here comes the white 79 car.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2013 season. Tommy, we're 3 wide for the lead.
3 wide, what a way to start the season. Bakersfield Speedway.
It's 292 in the turn number 3. Sliding Benny to the 78 car. Kyle Hood on the gas, coming out of turn number 4. Can he hold it?
If this is how we're going to start the season, it's already great racing already.
We should just stop now.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I had to run down onto the front stretch. I don't know how long that camera's going to last. It'll be exciting.
So, you were just down on the track just before this race got going.
Well, I guess above the wall, so they could have still raced with me there.
That's
as long as I didn't fall.
You are the safer barrier.
Yeah, I've got plenty of cushion.
Well, Tommy, here we are, Bakersfield Speedway for the 2013 opening night. Very exciting lineup of cars, drivers, races, and everything else.
I understand why you don't have a driver sheet named, because I have my phone with me.
Yeah, the dog ran off with it.
I'm going to shoot that dog one day.
Put him down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the Low Budget TV coverage. This is the beginning of our 2013 coverage, and we have a ton of racing coming to you this year. Bakersfield Speedway will be here for the next couple of weeks. We'll be working down at Irwindale Speedway as that's picking back up.
White flag out for the 78, Jacob Shepard. He goes into turn 3 and 4, battle for the second spot.
Oh, boy.
Jacob Shepard will take the checkered.
Watch your language.
I don't know how to talk. And 7 and 2X.
Well, you haven't talked since we signed off last year, right?
Well, yeah. Lockjaw.
Yep.
The 7 of Gary Spiller. Gary Spiller. I wonder if there's a Gary Spiller Senior Junior anymore, because on the sheet it doesn't say Junior Senior. It just says Gary Spiller. And
maybe they combined into one.
Absolutely.
Kyle
Hood finishing 3rd.
I believe. All right. We're going to get the next heat race underway.
Race number 2 for the mini stocks. I'm going to keep the eye out on the 14, Dylan Baker in the back. We go green. Heavy hitters in this one. Doug Shepard and Darren Sherman looking to try to go 3 wide. Well, they were looking at least.
Johnny Winchester takes run call.
It's only a heat race, but let me tell you what, being that it's the first race of the season for these guys, it's almost like Daytona. Good battle for the second spot. Brady Bell, Doug Shepard. Bell in the 29 T, Shepard in the 79. Leader's checking out. Here's your leader. Second spot. Basically 4 cars under a blanket. Good battles. Sherman to the inside of Shepard. Battle for the 3rd spot. Well, he pushes up, so he's going to try the outside now. A lot of people trying to figure out their setups, as you can tell. Kind of some cars all over the place. Shepard looking to the outside. Bell kind of slowing it down there in the center of the corner. Everybody having to do evasive action. Look at all these battles right here in the mini stocks.
Tommy.
Yes.
As a fan of the number 0, I am very pleased with how this heat race is going.
I don't blame you. He's checked out. Way far out of here. Now it's a hot battle for the third spot. Bell, Sherman, duking it out. Down the back straightaway, Sherman to the inside, Bell on the outside. 29T of Bell. And a little bit of contact, a little bit more contact. And they keep it running. Dylan Baker now involved in the mix. Interesting story about Dylan Baker. You'll see him running at Kern County Raceway Park and Bakersfield Speedway throughout the 2013 season. White flag out for your leader, number 0, who I unfortunately don't have a name for at the moment. But unless anything happens, he runs out of fuel or has to come in for a 4-tire pit stop, he's got it made under the shade, actually under the lights. Checkered flag for the number 0 with a major dominant run here in the heat race. So hopefully that can parlay into the main event. And we got to keep this battle going. Bell will defeat Baker.
That was a very competitive mini stock race.
Absolutely. Okay, we're recording.
Now we're low budget TV status here.
Now here we go. We are back on the lead lap, getting ready to give you the starting lineup on the pole in the number 24. You've seen this car before. He's won on the cameras. Billy Lay. On the outside, the 35, who I believe we've interviewed in the pits, in the dark, pitch black, Johnny Wood. The number 44 inside, row number 2, that is driven by Kyle Shannon. On his outside is the number, which one is that, Jeffrey?
29 of Tina Bell.
Tina Wheeler Bell, get it right. Number 96, my favorite number, Schwan Hanna. And the number 2X, is that X or 2?
Regular 2.
Travis Lay. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to say 2X is Kyle Hood, and he's black car. Alrighty, green flag out right now. We go racing. Heat race number 3 of the mini stock.
You can tell that they've been working on a lot of fabrication on the hood of Billy Lay.
Oh yeah, and Billy Lay sideways. Could you believe that? It's like a dirt track.
That's a lowrider mini stock.
It is. He's got something going on with that. He's just got to figure it out a little bit more. He's won on the cameras before and has done a reverse donut.
Yeah.
Problem is, since that win, his luck has just been horrible in every race we've ever seen.
And it's usually your fault.
Always my fault, and I'm the one to blame, and I take no excuses with that one. 35, Johnny Wood, who I believe at the time, if it's the right Johnny Wood that we interviewed, has driven a mini stock truck out here and now is going to a car, rear-wheel driven car.
Yep. So like you mentioned, Tommy, right now we have a wall camera. Oh, Travis Lay.
Yes, turn number 1, looking down the front straightaway, wall camera. So that'll get all the action, maybe some of the photo finishes, and definitely some of the wild wrecks that you see here tonight. We're not encouraging to see wild wrecks, but we have the cameras recorded just in case.
Just in case. You feel like if you're going to wreck, you might as well get it on tape, right?
Absolutely. Johnny Wood checking out, but battle for the second spot, Tina Wheeler Bell. I believe the name on the door is Tina Bell, so we're just going to have to scratch Wheeler. I believe that was a maiden name. Tina Bell running the high side. Billy Lay looking to the inside. Every corner, he's got a chance. And now he's going to try to stick with the line.
That car just eats right into the turn.
Exactly. I think he's just drafting.
I have to say, that 24 car, I know we're talking,
boy, contact. And we keep it going. That was exciting.
Hey, that's what bumpers are for, man.
That's right. Well, that's what a mini stock is all about, not just a hamburger.
Travis has a very interesting line, if I might add. He runs it right down.
You know what makes it interesting, Jeffrey?
Look, he goes right down to the bottom of the track. Oh, he's coming up a little bit this time.
Listen to this, Jeffrey. Listen to this.
Yes.
You have a blue car.
Uh-oh.
Are we jinxing him again?
The 24 car definitely has some smoke, possibly radiator issues.
I think, Jeffrey, I was going to jinx him just now because I was going to say there's 2 Lays, front and behind. Billy Lay in the 24, Travis Lay in the 2, passing Billy in the same blue car. Jeffrey?
Tommy.
Is there a family rivalry here tonight?
Well, if there is, Swan Hanna going to try to win the race.
Swan Hanna out of turn number 4 is going to stay in the lead lap because Johnny Wood takes the checkers. Tina Bell in the 2nd spot, and 3rd spot, Travis Lay in the number 2. And why not? Let's round out the The last car on the track.
One more to go.
Kyle Shannon.
Swanana coming out through turns 3 and 4. Tommy Lederman.
He's coming out. Wait, didn't he just win? This is victory lap. Victory lap for Swanana. Hobby stock heat race number 1. Steven Johnson will lead you to the green on his outside. The number 87, Lloyd Wren Jr., Matt Wankum, 56, 01, Tyler Johnson, Ralph Cook, Joe Humphreys, and Shearer. Your field of hobby stocks in the first race. And a little bit of contact. Johnson making a move to the inside of Lloyd Wren, and Wren has a flat left rear. Matt Wankum in the second spot, kind of holding back Tyler Johnson. This track a little bit slick right now. Oh, Shearer in the wall and major damage to his right front suspension. What did I just say about how slick the track is right now? But the one who's got it down at the moment, the number 26, Steven Johnson. Battle for the second spot, Tyler Johnson to the inside.
We're not going to have any hobby stocks left at this rate.
I know, yeah. We're easing them down. Look over here. We're going to see an interesting turn 4.
Shears keeps it high. Steven Johnson all by himself. The battle's for second right now. Tyler Johnson getting pressure from the 56.
Matt Wink.
That's right.
Steven Johnson's got this one in the bag at the moment, unless he hits a slick spot. It's Wankum and Humphreys battling out for the third spot. Joe Humphreys, we've seen him at Porterville's Rocky Hill Speedway, Hanford's King Speedway, and part-time here at Bakersfield Speedway. Wankum and Humphreys. Humphreys in the 5. Humphreys just slides the nose up the track. How he avoided the 56 of Wankum, I have no idea. Ralph Cook now in the mix. 3 cars attempting to take third spot away from Wankum. Okay, Cook on cruise control now. I think he sees the importance. White flag out for Steven Johnson, the number 26. Good looking body work, good looking car for the 2013 season. He goes way wide out of turn number 2, cleaning up the wall just a little bit. Out of turn number 4, Steven Johnson. Go back to turn 3 and 4. It'll be Tyler Johnson and Wankum. Your top 3, Humphreys and Cook. And big props to the 87. Running the quarter mile tonight with a flat tire. Across the line he comes, Lloyd Wren Jr. 3-wheel drive. All right, heat race number 2, Bakersfield Speedway's hobby stock action. Number 2Z, Gareth Sander will take you to the green flag. On his outside is the number 44.
77.
No, that's right. It's not a mini stock anymore, huh?
No, it's not.
Number 77, driven by Mike Bully. Inside row number 2, it's a 4B, Bubba Gump, Bruce Nelson. And these guys are hitting some slick spots here tonight. You got to keep an eye on all the cars in the middle of the pack.
77.
James Cecil.
Great save for Bully.
Absolutely. Well, he's just a bully out there.
I think he's getting bullied, honestly.
I think the track is really bullying him, or his right foot. 04 Austin Manzella, the 79, driven by Cody Chambers.
Not a great turn 1 and 2 for Cody Chambers. You saw him slip up a little bit. And Cecil was struggling in practice, we saw.
Yes, absolutely. And smart races so far. Nicole Cox just kind of watching and waiting 3 wide. Into turn number 1, a little bit of contact. Manzella slides up, and Cecil will get the worst end of that. And now Chambers is going to make it the 120 car now. Get it, 120, because you put it, don't, all right. I thought it was funny, okay, thank you. Oh, wait, no contact, safe.
And why were you saying you're excited about tonight?
Oh boy.
79.
I'm telling you, these guys are hitting slick spots, and it's like they're free great racing out here. Gareth Sander, another driver.
I think the 12 car is developing a left front flat tire.
You might be right. Well, if it rolls over, you'll find out. Why?
That tire's definitely going down, if not entirely flat already.
And we saw Lloyd Wren Jr. finish the race with a left rear flat.
Oh, but he just got the mechanical black flag.
Yes, he did. So definitely seen some. I think it's the left front flat tire, actually. Yes,
Well,
left
that's one
front
way
flat.
to pull it off the track.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you're gonna do it in style. Battle for the 4th spot. Chambers and Bubba Gump side by side. Bruce Nelson, a little bit of contact, slide job crossover. That was not intentional, but it is fun to announce. White flag out for your leader, Gareth Zander, who's way out front. Zander can put it on cruise control. He can just put it in neutral now. Through turns number 3 and 4, a lot of these guys are reconfiguring this track due to the slick spot. Gareth Zander taking the checkers. Heat race number 2. And here comes the 77 of Bully, Manzella.
Obviously some smoke coming out of the 79 machine, so something they're going to want to keep an eye on. I noticed that earlier too. It's hard to tell if it looks like it might be the left rear tire that's rubbing.
It could be the rubbing of the tire, yeah, absolutely. Which is still something you don't want to do, but hey, it's better to rub the tire than have a transmission or rear end or a motor going sour.
Why?
Because tires are cheaper, okay? Tires you just pull off the trailer.
By the way, I believe Robert Swearingen fixed his car.
All right, we'll see what that heat race looks like next. Action.
Ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 3 for the Hobby Stocks, getting ready to go. Your front row starters, the number 11 of Chad Johnson, and to his outside, the number 33, Robert Swearingen. Rusty Wallace.
Very wide.
Okay.
That's your 1989 NASCAR Winston Cup champion now on the inside.
Good for him to come out here. Now, the 27, Frank Hernandez, and again to his outside, Robert Swearingen. Now, when Swearingen comes around this time, I want you to take a look on the right side of his car, Tommy. But before we get to that, the number 11 of Chad Johnson, Perrin Kuchstra, and the number 1 make up row number 2. Row 3 will be the 18X of Sean Scott, and to his outside, Ricky Childress in the 16. Now, in qualifying earlier, as you can see, Swearingen got into the wall pretty hard going into turn number 3. And Tommy, you saw the hit actually happen, and you didn't think that that was something that was probably going to be fixed.
Right there, turn 3. Yeah, he just went in the corner, he turned it left, and the car went straight.
Which we saw a lot of during practice. A lot of that during qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a slick track right now on the front end more so than the rear. And we're going to go green. But yeah, he hit the wall a ton and is running.
Well, he's starting up front, so let's hope the car holds together. Hernandez and Swearingen, green flag is out. So far, so good.
Hey, sometimes when you hit the wall, it makes it better. So maybe his car is ill handling.
That is true.
Look at the outlaw.
Oh, it's not turning now. Swearingen gives up the lead to Johnson in the 11, holds on to second. Childress third, Kuchstra in the 4th position.
Childress passed the 1 and the 27 down the backstretch.
Now, as an update, the 18X of Sean Scott has lost the draft.
Yes, he did.
In case anyone's curious.
Good battle for the 2nd spot.
Yeah, Childress making a lot of pressure on the rear bumper of that number 33 machine. We'll see how well Robert's car is going to handle throughout this heat race. Looks like it was just that first turn he had to handle, but now he's got it, turning the right direction. We talked about Swearingen before we even got here, Tommy, and that 33 car just naturally is an exciting one to watch.
Well, I think that both the cars that are duking it out right now are some of the most aggressive drivers in a good way. As far as they don't go out there to crash cars, they go out there to win races. And it puts on a heck of a show for the fans, as you're seeing one right now. The outlaw Ricky Childress trying to get around the 33 of Swearingen.
You're watching the best battle on the track right now. Swearingen goes into the wall, just like in qualifying. So do you think that's just a matter of, Chad Johnson being held up by Scott in the 18X. However, That was taken care of rather quickly. Do you think it's just the track, Tommy, or do you think there's something that's further wrong with that car?
There's a lot of drivers slipping up in the corners. I think it might be the track.
Could he just be pushing it too hard into turn 3?
It could be. I'm no dirt track racer, but it just seems too common that a lot of these cars in the heat races have been hitting the wall.
White flag out for Chad Johnson, number 11.
Well, we've seen this car take checkered flags before out here.
We have. Quiet race for Chad. Took the lead early on from Swearingen. Held on to it, pulled away. Had a little bit of trouble with Scott in the lap car, but nothing too bad. Checkered out for Chad Johnson. Here comes Childress out of turn number 4. He's going to be your second place finisher. Swearingen, despite the contact with the wall, is going to pick up 3rd. Kuchstra 4th. The 27 Hernandez 5th. And the 18X of Scott 6th.
Heat race number 1 for the American stocks. Here we go. Coots, Mead, Lewis, Silvius, Norman, and Childress. That would be Tina Childress.
Very good,
45. Thank you. Here we go. Green flag is out for heat race number 1.
Coots and Mead, they're going into turn number 1 together, but Mead's going to leave them in the dust. Tommy, we were talking about last year and the races that we've seen, and you mentioned how that 70 car we've seen once last year. Here we go again.
Well, as far as I can remember, we saw him once, and he was on the pole, ironically. So we'll see how Coots does tonight. Don Mead out to an early lead. Coots in the second spot. Silvius and Lewis. Lewis, your 2012 American Stock champion.
Yeah, new look for some of these drivers, like the 45 of Tina Childress. That's right, the 45, not David Childress. I like the color scheme here, as there's a battle for second. Coots, Silvius, and Lewis could throw those cars under a blanket and call it a ham sandwich.
Or, yeah, you're right. Maybe an omelet.
Maybe
pigs in a blanket.
Depends what you're hungry for.
Yeah.
Wait, are you calling them all pigs? Just not nice. That's not nice.
I played the 5th.
Don Mead is running away with this heat race right now. Heat race
All
number 1.
the leaders that have been out front have ran away. So I think they need to take off the roof cameras.
Uh-oh, 70. Something just went pop in that car, and he was comfortably in the second spot. This is going to bring out the caution, it looks like. It is. Yellow flag. Is that tire flag? No. That was definitely internal, whatever it was. It's never a good thing when things go pop in the night.
Here we go, restart. Our first caution of 2012.
That's right, that was the first one. We will never have another first. 2013 caution.
You'll always remember your first, especially Coots.
Green flag out, Mead, Silvius Lewis. It's funny because the tow truck pulled onto the track when we went green, so he's racing too. Mead just has a pull off of the turn though. That 99 car is looking strong tonight. That's the way to start the 2013 season.
Absolutely.
This is a season that not a lot of people knew whether or not was going to happen, by the way, because there was a projected end of the world back in December.
You make a very good point, Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's why a lot of these guys weren't prepared for this season.
Tina Childress, Anthony Sly, just to name a few.
Well, Tina's ready.
Tracy, I'm sorry. Sorry, Tina, you're going to get a sponsor plug right now. Sponsor plug, Tina Childress, sponsored by Childress.
RCR.
That's right. It's a family affair out here.
White flag out, Don Mead in the number 99. That car's looking strong for tonight's main. We'll see if he can keep up the momentum into the main. Silvius, the famous dirt face on Low Budget TV, in that 64 car running second. Matt Lewis, the 2012 champion in the 55 car running third. The checkered flag out. Mead gonna take this heat race away. Rounding out the top 5 in 4th place, you got Tina Childress and Norman in the 5th spot.
I wonder how dangerous Tina Childress' dad is.
Very.
Or uncle, or whatever Childress down the line.
They're probably not even related.
There's Childress, and then there's Johnson. And you know it's Hatfield and McCoy's out here. It's got to be.
And we're going to get ready to roll. Mike Moses taking it to the green. All right, Brandon.
No, it's Tommy Mason taking you to the green. Green flag is out. American Stock 3 wide. Brian Childress in the middle. The meat and the sandwich, and that's a lot of meat actually. But the meat is going to the outside, and that was a heck.
Now he's making a po' boy sandwich.
That was a heck.
Heavy contact.
Oh my goodness! Did I say that this was an American stock race? Woo, doggy! I haven't even gotten started on the starting lineup.
Dotson takes the lead in the number 74.
Ethan Dotson in the 74, the second spot, the 57, Brandon Davis on the outside of Brandon Davis, the 44 of Brian Childress in fourth spot, doing the S's, getting some of the wall and breaking the suspension. That is the number 10 of Jason Rankin. And now it pays off to have a camera on the front straightaway.
That was almost a barrier, Tommy.
Kevin Irwin Tyler Irwin, getting a hold of Rankin there. We stay green, unfortunately for Rankin. He's going to have some work to do before the main event.
Kaysen trying to work his way around Davis. We'll see how this goes.
Last time we saw Kaysen out here, he knocked down the light pole on the back straightaway. Not the entire light pole, but
that's why we put cameras over there now.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And more. Good job, good save by Kaysen.
While all this is going on, we're going to have a battle for the lead.
Brian Childress to the inside of Dotson, going down the back straightaway, makes the pass, slides up the track, and now it's the crossover. Brian Childress, another one of
He raced of the night so far.
Absolutely, it had everything you need. And now Childress
look at how bad these cars are driving.
Oh my goodness. I think this is the main event, is it? Look at these guys, bumper to bumper, door to door.
They're literally, I think they're stuck.
They're stuck together.
They're stuck. They're stuck.
Chain racing down the front straightaway. Who's going to get unlatched? This is dirt track tandem drafting out here. Caution is out. And of course the caution comes out when they get unhooked.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome back to Bakersfield Speedway in the American Stock.
Woo! My question is, why are you, the viewer, not here if you didn't come?
Absolutely.
Actually, speaking of coming, look at I don't mean it like that, but look at all the people.
Everybody came tonight. Everybody from Bakersfield is out here at Bakersfield Speedway celebrating another great season of racing here on the 3rd mile.
I'm on the lot. You help our average because you're right on.
The flagman's holding the mechanical black flag. The leader's smoking pretty bad. I think our leader might get black flag.
Well, you can understand why. First of two things. First thing is the 74 of Dotson already did a trick maneuver and hooked bumpers to save fuel with Brian Childress. Another thing, and I think this is another reason why, is because then after that Batman maneuver, he put on the smoke screen.
Yeah.
So
you're right. It's like you know what? I think he bought his car from James Bond.
Well, it only makes sense.
I'm waiting to see the rocket boosters.
Or the spike tires or whatever.
Yeah.
Spike wheels. Hey, with these American stocks, man, you've got so much room to put all the tricks up your sleeve or trunk or fender, wheel well, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I'm interested here now.
They're taking the 44 to the back, and Dotson...
They're putting the 44 to the back, and they're asking the 74 car to pull off, which means our battle for the lead.
Jeffrey, are you confused as I am?
Yes. I think
because I'm confused. This is like watching King Kong in English. When you're trying to read lips.
You're right.
So, well, congratulations, Scott Kaysen, your leader right now, as we get ready for our restart. In the second spot, the number 57.
Well, that just goes to show how important that pass was.
Brandon Davis.
So,
well, now we know.
You know what I'm guessing what happened? Though I feel kind of bad for your leaders, is what they called was they were the cause of the caution.
Yeah.
But,
that's a good point.
But you feel bad because really they kept going.
Yeah, no,
it was the track's call to throw the yellow.
And of course they get unlatched right when the caution comes out.
Yeah, those two would have been. Watch this start though.
Well, here we go.
What Childress is doing.
There we go. Yeah, we're side drafting.
It works for me.
Green flag of outs. Kaysen in the lead. Davis in the second spot.
Oh, we're pushing and shoving.
Kyle
Tyler
Irwin.
Dodson making a move to the front, trying.
Tyler Irwin to the outside. Dodson, as you said, making a run up through the pack. A little bit of contact, a lot of contact, and they hit the tire, but the tire didn't really move.
Here we go! Here we go!
Figure 8! Oh my god! I love how Brian didn't even want to lift at all. He just
pushing him.
He stayed in the gas. Tandem draft. Bumper tag.
Kaysen has no idea all the fun he's missing right now.
Oh my goodness,
Checker flag for Scott Kaysen.
And here we go, last lap. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna roll it? It's gonna be.
I was thinking the same thing you were. Who's gonna roll it?
Davis takes the second spot.
But look at the players that we have starting in the back of the main event.
American stocks. American stocks, ladies and gentlemen.
American stocks. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we're racing. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, the final heat race for the American stocks. Getting ready to go green. Here's your lineup. The number 59 of Mike Hill going to start on the front row on the pole position. To his outside, the number 56, Marcus Winkum. Row number 2 has the number 74 of Jeremy Watts. Then we have the number 77 of Randy Harmon. Rounding out this field, the number 9C of Charles Morrison. Tommy, after the last heat race that we saw, how much are you looking forward to this?
You mean
I poked my eye out.
I'm ready to see some craziness, American stock style. We go green.
This race is going to be all up for grabs. I don't know who to watch specifically, but that 74 is making a lot of noise. But yeah, unlike the previous 2 races, this one has a little bit more of a crapshoot. 3 wide. We're pushing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Watts now filters to the back of the line. The number 56 of Marcus Wankum going to pull a healthy lead. And like you talked about, Tommy, except for the last race we saw, usually the leader gets out front, stays out front.
Yeah, and clears a lot of...
Oh, Morrison trying the apron. And he's going to slide up. With the number 77, Randy Harmon going to work his way to the outside. They might have a little contact here. Nope, Harmon's going to clear him. 59 has a healthy second spot. No one really near him in the front or the rear. Mike Hill in that machine. Morrison gets by Harmon again, so now third place to the 9C car.
Good battle. This is the best one on the track.
I think what makes this division so much fun is because these cars are so stock. They handle like crap.
And that's where it gets exciting.
This is a driver division. But it's fun, you know, it's beating and banging in it. But hey, you just knock out the dents and keep going.
That's right. You can never buy enough Bondo for this series.
No, we've been in a similar series, and that thing had more Bondo than I think it had sheet metal.
Absolutely.
Hill starting to lose some ground to your leader, and that's actually allowing Morrison to close in just a little bit. Slides up through turn 2, so we might have a battle for second on our hands here. But if it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. There's only 2 laps to go. For as crazy as the start of this race had, it looks like things have calmed down just a bit.
I think it's the difference between the nationwide race at Daytona and the Cup race.
Didn't think about that.
Marcus Wayne come out front. White flag out.
Wankum working through turns 3 in the middle. Out of turn number 4. The number 56 going to claim victory tonight in the heat race. He'll drift it up just a little bit. Charles Morrison going crazy again out of turn number 4. And 4th place going to go to the 77 Harmon, with Watts rounding out the field.
Here we go. Heat race number 1 for the IMC Modified. Steve Bowles, Roger Holder, will take you to the green, the 5 machine. That is Buddy Sheldon. 07 Troy Morris Jr. Vote, and a new car that I don't think we've ever seen. Is that a number 11? It looks like it, but no! Number 11, that we do not have a name. What a great race, though, regardless. Holder out front, another leader that is making time on second spot. Troy Morris Jr. in the 707. And Bowles getting a little bumper tag from the 11. Vote to the inside, 3 wide, and contact, and more contact, and saves it. Steve Bowles. So Bowles, I don't think he's extremely happy, but I think he's just going to have to take it the way it comes. Bowles, one of those drivers in the main event that is kind of a sleeper. He'll come through the pack without you noticing. And usually sometimes Bowles comes home with some straight fenders and doors. Holder out front, Morris Jr. in the second spot. Morris actually catching up to 07. On the sheet it says Troy Morris, so maybe I was saying that his kid's driving the car. The mini dwarf driver. White flag out for Holder. A solid race, no issues at all except for out of turn number 2. Early on, Roger Holder, checkered flag out of turn number 4. Morris and Sheldon. Sorry, 5R. Buddy Sheldon is listed 5S, but that's a 5R. Do you know, can you confirm or deny? Guy who wrote down the sheet? That's 5S, if I can read it correctly.
5SR.
SR, okay, well, it is Sheldon then. It just, we missed the R. Or
Green flag in the air. Justin Schweitzer leading us away. Here we go, diving through turns 1 and 2. Reeves in that 9 Triple X machine. And then you have the number 97 of Marks. Tommy, a little bit of a different look on that car.
yeah, a little bit of a different lady.
Well, Tommy's going to work on a zoom on that one.
My headphones got in the way. Hang on, I'll get it.
I'll get it.
Hood to the inside of Reeves.
And then the 07T of Randy Thornell. Handing out the 5 cars in this heat race. One more heat race to go after this one. Oh, your leader just hiccuped in that turn. It caught, it went towards the wall, gathered it back up, and Schweitzer loses the lead to Marks. Now, have you gotten a good shot of that car?
Now I will.
Check out the leader's car, folks. I mean, what was that? What was that?
I think her legs are just so long it goes up to her hips.
It works. Schweitzer and the number... Well, this works out. Schweitzer and Hood battling it out. It's the battle of the twos. A little bit of trading paint, something you don't usually see in the modified division. I take that back. You see it quite a bit. Surprising. Door to door, side by side into turn number 1. The battle for second continues. Marks with the lead. Hasn't really pulled from second and third yet, though. It almost looks like second and third are catching him while this battle goes on. Trouble over there in turns 3 and 4. Reeves went around during the white flag lap. He starts it back up, but it doesn't look like he's going to get out of the way. Caution is out. Lost it all by himself.
I think this is going to be a 1-lap shootout.
Shootout. 1-lap shootout left in this heat race. Marks your leader, Schweitzer, Hood, Thornell, and Reeves. Green flag is out. Pushing and shoving going down the front straightaway between the number 2s. And things are going to get tight here. on the outside of Schweitzer. Checker flag in the air. It's going to go to Marks. Fast action in the IMCA modifieds.
Okay, now I'll try to get the shot of the winning butt.
Okay. The winning butt.
But what?
This is the fastest butt
Now there's
at Bakersfield Speedway, folks.
Oh, I see. You'll see what this is all about.
This is the fastest butt.
And on the other side, I just happened to catch a glimpse of it.
Yep.
It's the front of the girl.
No.
Yes, it is.
That's just too good.
That ass. And this is another heat race for the IMCA modified. Larry Wise in the 5W. Nice looking car, except for the number is now too big and it's kind of hard to read. But it's better than just black with white.
Wow, everyone has an opinion, don't they?
Jeez. Larry Wise taking you to the green, the 15, Brad Pounds. And then he got Heckman in the 11X. Joey Antis in the 4.
Well, this is an aggressive start.
Absolutely. 198, Robbie Sawyer, and the guy who started inside the second row. And number 1, Jay, going all the way to the back, Jeff Streeter.
Probably a smart move by Streeter.
A lot of cars are turning green, and I do like the fact that Larry Wise, he kept the scheme going. Powder-coated green frame, white and black. Streeter, he's just showing us his sponsors. That's all. It's all part of the plan.
Smart. That's a smart
Either that or Streeter was a little bit jealous, so I'll explain why I like his car. It's a good-looking car. Robbie Sawyer changing the paint scheme up a little bit, kind of reversing, going from kind of white and dark to just bright white and purple.
This feels like the fastest cars doing a heat race tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Sawyer!
I think I jinxed Robbie Sawyer. We go yellow due to the fact that Robbie Sawyer stopping.
It looked like something happened with the rear. I don't know if that was a glare on the light, but did you see that?
I don't know. It just stopped. It literally stopped. Like it got chained up to a pole.
I can see the fan running in the motor. It looked like it was something in the rear, but like I said, that could have just been the light. Just could have been the light, but I don't know. I don't want to fight.
We'll be back. We're halfway down, halfway to go.
But we're going green next time back.
Okay, we're not going to leave, okay? I thought we had commercials, and I realized we're low-budget TV for a reason. I think he just wanted to start from the back.
It's legitimate. It's probably actually, you're right. Yeah.
Robbie would be crazy enough to do that.
Robbie, I swear.
All right, Larry Wise in the 5W will lead you again to the line on the restart this time. Brad Pounds, Heckman, and Yanton. Uh-oh. Pounds making a slick move. Wise thought he could go to the outside. Wise having to tap the brakes. And here came Heckman. Heckman to the second spot.
Streeter with trouble on his floor.
I'm telling you, Streeter's all for the camera time in this race.
I think he won.
Streeter taking the victory, but we still got a few laps left. You know, Heckman is on a move right now. He's catching now. He's looking to the inside of Brad Pounds.
Tommy, we know how heavy of a competitor Pounds is in this division.
And Heckman's got one thing to say. I'm after him. White flag out for Pounds. Here comes Heckman to the inside. Side by side through turn 2. Pounds gets a better run down the back straightaway. Battle for the third spot. Sawyer moves to the inside, taps Wise. Wise goes up the track. Pounds will take the checkers. I'm excited for this race as well.
Oh yeah.
Heckman finished.
We have a good lineup of races coming.
We have a good night of action here tonight.